The trailer for Echoes in the Dust from RFDS Season 3 Episode 6 is a heart-pounding tease that promises heart-wrenching twists and outback chaos. Article title: RFDS S3E6 Trailer Analysis, Phantom Echoes, the RFDS team's turning point in the red dirt storm, and the fundraising scandal. The recently released trailer for Episode 6, Echoes in the Dust, which will debut on 7 Network and 7 Plus on November 5, 2025, clocks in at a tense 1:45 and contains more emotional damage than a mid-season finale, with RFDS Season 3 racing through the outback like a renegade dust devil. Directed by rookie Sofia Ahmadfresh of Total Control Season 3, this teaser doesn't just promote a fundraising event gone awry, it ignites the screen with the raw, relentless grit that makes RFDS Australia's must-watch medical pulse. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd grade the trailer a searing 8.7, viscerally exhilarating, character deep, and infused with that distinctive red dirt dread, albeit it leans a touch heavy on the crash and burn clichés without completely uncovering the emotional heart. Key points and teases in the trailer: spoiler light for the episode, before crashing into chaos, a charity rodeo fundraiser at the local showgrounds, fairy lights strung across bucking broncos, families laughing over barbecues. The trailer begins with a sweeping drone shot over Broken Hill's sun-baked horizon, with golden hour light shattering off the RFDS hangar like shattered glass. "Tonight, we raise wings for the wings that save us," says Leonie, Justine Clarke, grinning on stage with a microphone in hand. Cheers break out, followed by a low rumble. Thunder? Dust? No. Unannounced, a strange microburst storm whips tents into cyclones and scatters people like confetti. 0:15, the action hook, the spark of disaster, when the first siren sounds, Pete, Stephen Peacock, in the middle of a rodeo demo, enters. A dozen partygoers are pinned beneath twisted metal and stampeding livestock when the platform collapses. Fast cuts show Dr. Eliza Miller, Emma Hamilton, giving directions in the midst of a howling wind while plunging into the battle with her blood-stained visage illuminated by emergency flares. "We can't wait for clearance, get the bird up now." Wayne, Rob Collins wrestles, controls the RFDS Beechcraft King Air 350 in complete darkness as it slashes through the gale, its rotors pounding like a battle drum. The realistic effects of the red sand flowing across the plane's underbelly make you feel your teeth clenched. It's pure adrenaline porn. 0:45, emotional gut punch, interpersonal fractures flash to the base. During a heated radio patch, Morel Miller, still hurt by the broken relationships in Episode 5, lashes out at Chaya, Sherry Sebens. "You think this is just another drill? Out there, lives are falling apart." In a dimly lit hangar, Maddie, Edmund Lemke-Hogan, is shown clutching a faded photo while having hallucinations of echoes, whispers of the Season 2 bus crash victims. This scene highlights the trailer's sound design, which includes muffled screams, overlapping communication static, and an eerie didgeridoo undertone that intensifies into desperation. Tease: in the middle of the trip, Wayne receives a mysterious note from a shadowy figure that mentions, "The dust hides more than storms," and alludes to a saboteur connected to the team's covert addictions from Episode 3. 1:10, critical recovery montage. The Meet the Storm caused a tour bus to jackknife, flipped utes, and a multi-victim pile-up on the barrier highway. Take off using a flashlight. Nurse Taylor, Danielle Horvat, performs a roadside thoracotomy while blood splatters on her gloves from the rain. Voiceover by Eliza: "Out here, one wrong call echoes forever." The climax beat: "Will they make the extract?" The plane's engines stutter as it banks hard into a dust wall. Leonie's face was cut to darkness as she said, "We've lost too much already." 1:30, credits and tag: "Fundraisers don't kill," says Pete in a gravelly voice as Seven's emblem flames above a final sting. "Secrets do." Bryce Vine's pulsing soundtrack gives way to the crimson-dusted RFDS wing symbol. What works? Mastery of tease and gritty authenticity. Location shooting in Corin's Flinders Ranges provide that bone-dry authenticity, no green screen fakeness here, and this clip shows RFDS at its best, unflinching in its portrayal of outback courage. Thoracotomies aren't glorified, they're dirty, desperate procedures, and the storm sequence's realistic wind generators and pyrotechnics are reminiscent of The Reef meets Wolf Creek, but with a medical reality foundation. Character hints also enhance it. Eliza's leadership arc becomes more intense following crash trauma, and Wayne's melancholy departure from episode 3 receives a moving reprise that suggests redemption through a desperate medevac to Adelaide. Clarke's Leonie steals the emotional thunder, her fundraiser optimism turning into quiet grief. It's a lesson in restraint, with enough narrative hints, that sabotage message, to entice without giving anything away. This trailer perfectly captures the show's Logie-winning philosophy of community triumph over adversity, which is 85% heart and 15% chaos. What doesn't beats that are too familiar and pacing issues. The trailer's overuse of cliched disaster porn is the main source of irritation. The stage's collapse seems like a rerun of Grey's Anatomy, and the storm's unexpected rage verges on being convenient. The interpersonal beats are rushed at 1:45. Chaya's response feels like a substitute as Myra's rage hits strong but cuts too quickly. Although evocative, the score reuses too much of the premiere's motif, and there is no significant guest star reveal. Rumors suggest a mystery Rhode Alum as the saboteur.